Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of the Math Geek. In this video, we are going to do a little bit of trigonometry. So when you hear that, you might think, wow, that is very, very hard. But actually, you'll see that basic trigonometry only consists of three very simple ratios. So without further ado, let's start achieving greatness. Alright, so I mentioned three very simple ratios, and what are they? They are sine, cosine, and tangent. These three ratios can be used to find sides or angles in a right triangle. Or later, as you can see, any triangle, you can find a missing side or a missing angle if you have enough information. So what I'm going to do to simplify this further is I'm going to give you an abbreviation to remember sine, cosine, tangent. So, ka, toa. And I'll expand what each of these mean later, but for now, let's just draw a right triangle. We are going to, oh, oops, I just saw a mistake, guys. I wrote two A's instead of an OA. It's TOA for the record. I'm going to draw a right triangle, and then we're going to draw a nice 30, 60, 90 triangle to simplify the math a lot and to make verifying our answers easier. And let's give this values. Let's make this 4 and this 2. I'm actually not going to tell you the value of this side, although you may already be able to figure it out through the ratio of the sides using the ratios of a 30, 60, 90 triangle, or you can use the Pythagorean theorem. But I don't want to do it that way. Let's use trigonometry to find out the value of that side. So let's use sine, and the abbreviation for sine is so. What does the OH mean? It means opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite over hypotenuse. Actually, let's move this triangle down a bit. Let's move it down here so we have some space to write. And what does opposite over hypotenuse mean? Well, you can assume that this is going to be the hypotenuse. And what does opposite mean? So let's say I take the sine of 60 degrees. So the sine of 60 degrees is going to be equal to opposite, which is going to be equal to, let's say, x. It's equal to x over 4. So what I did is I took the opposite side that doesn't make up the 60-degree angle, and I divided it by 4. So that's basically what sine means. And if we multiply by 4 on both sides, we get 4 times the sine of 60 degrees is going to be equal to x. I encourage you to try it on your calculators. I'm going to try it on mine. So we do 4 times 60, and then take the sine of that, and we get 3.4. It's about equal to 3.4. X is going to be approximately equal to 3.4. So we already know that, and I actually want to prove to you that this is true. Let's use the ratios of the 30, 60, 90 triangle to verify. So we know the ratio is x, this is x is equal to 2, 2x is equal to 4, and then x root 3 is going to be equal to 3.4. So I encourage you to punch in 2 times the square root of 3, and we will get the same answer indeed. So now I'm going to erase all that, and then we are going to delete that too. Let's delete that. And then lastly, let's delete the sine equation. Now we're going to use cosine. Cosine, as you might already be able to tell, is adjacent over hypotenuse. So you might already be able to tell that means the adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse. So let's take the cosine of 30 degrees. Cosine of 30 degrees is going to be equal to x over 4. And if we multiply by 4 on both sides, we get 4 times the cosine of 30 degrees is equal to x. I encourage you to punch that in on your calculator. 4 times 30 degrees, the cosine of 30 degrees. And we again get 3.4. So we can verify that cosine does indeed work. Let's delete this. Actually, no. Let's not delete this. 3.4 and then 4 times the sine of 60 degrees is approximately equal to 3.4. And now let's do tangent. So let's take the tangent of 60 degrees. And what does TOA mean? That is fairly straightforward. That means opposite over adjacent. And let's plug that into our triangle here very quickly. And we get the tangent of 60 degrees is equal to opposite, which is x, over adjacent, which is 2. You might be compelled to argue that 4 is the adjacent side, the side right here, right there. But it's not that, because that is the hypotenuse of the right triangle. We never use the hypotenuse for opposite or for adjacent. So x, the tangent of 60 degrees is x over 2. It's multiplied by 2. And we get x is equal to 2 times the tangent of 60 degrees. Let's plug that in. And we get 3.4 again. So let's write x is approximately, so let's write 2 times the tangent of 60 degrees is going to be approximately equal to 3.4. And all of these are values of x. So we can confirm that all these functions work. All of these functions work because all of these are equal to each other. So put a big fat check mark. And we are actually done with the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. For further videos, please subscribe and like the video. And see you in my next video.